Yo guys, what is up? My name is Jeracraft and we are finally back for another Minecraft video where today we shall be venturing into an amplified world of extreme landscape with cliffs that reach as high as Minecraft allows, all thanks to Minecraft's in-game world type called Amplified. In today's video we're going to be transforming this amplified world and discovering a lost settlement scattered across these hilltops. So guys, just sit back, relax and enjoy as we begin today's epic adventure. Right guys, and so the adventure begins. After much exploration, I finally discovered the perfect place to start today's video. Yes, these mountains do reach up to 200 blocks in height, but with floating islands, lava and waterfalls, not to mention just how messy everything looks, we're going to have to make some serious landscape changes. Right guys, now this is where the magic happens. To be honest with you, I've been wanting to undergo this project for quite some time now with the idea of working around Minecraft's amplified terrain to build a small working city. Believe it or not, I've actually spent around 10 hours just working on landscaping, making sure that everything looked as perfect as possible, customizing the terrain with caverns, arches, and even building a waterfall that just flows down the valley. I also wanted to show you guys a before and after just so you can see how excessive this transformation actually was. Right guys, so with that done and out the way, we can actually start construction of this mighty kingdom. Now at this stage, I'm not really too sure how this is going to come together, but one thing is for certain, I do want to start the construction at ground level and gradually build our way up to the very top of the mountain, connecting everything together through a series of tunnels, bridges and walkways. Now instead of building just a selection of different houses, I did want to make this map as adventurous as possible, and for some reason I started construction of a fancy looking statue that just overlooks the ocean. Considering the amount of space I had to work with, I did manage to build a few essentials, starting with a fancy looking lighthouse and a small watermill. Now what I do believe made a huge difference was coming up with the idea of transforming the flat surfaces of grass into wheat fields and building a windmill to go with it, just kind of overlooking the rest of the farmland. This will at least give the village a source of food apart from just supposedly fishing and trading. Now talking about resources, I do believe right behind the statue we have the perfect place right up against the cliff to start building a mine. This is where I do start to get a bit carried away, building caves that pretty much reach down to bedrock level and decorating the cave floor with the appearance of mist by using our stained glass build technique. Generally, I do want you guys to enjoy these creations and be able to explore, adventure and just survive. Now there is still a slight bit of space left on the ground level, so just before making our way up the mountain, I've just about managed to fit a small fancy looking chapel. And if you haven't noticed already, I've also decorated the village with massive banners. It's always important to note the smaller details makes a huge difference. Whether it's stockpiles, fountains, banners or cranes, anything in moderation and placed in the right place can really help improve the quality of your projects. Apart from that, I do really want to show you a before and after just so that you can see the progress we've made. It may just seem about complete, but we still have a long way to go. Right guys, the adventure now takes us up the mountain to build our most epic addition to this project so far. To get there, I've managed to build a spiral staircase, just gradually spiraling its way up the cliffside through a combination of tunnels and makeshift bridges. Now the idea is to find a way to the other side of the mountain where we have plenty of extra space to build on. My best option really was to build a massive stone bridge, arched and decorated with banners, which was actually probably one of my favorite additions to the project so far. Somehow the landscape had practically a perfect fit and the bridge just blends in really nicely with the rest of the terrain. Now guys, this is where it gets interesting. One of the main reasons I wanted to tackle this video is to have a chance at building a fortress right on top of a mountain. Just the thought of having a fortress right above a village with towers right up against the edge of a cliff seemed like a pretty good idea. Despite getting carried away with thousands of blocks like I usually do, the castle was definitely worth building, giving the project an epic main feature that really makes the build come to life. Now guys, unfortunately at the very top we do reach Minecraft's max height limit of 256 blocks, so we can't actually build anything there. But just as high as we can go, I've decided to add one last feature, building a Stonehenge-like structure. No one really knows what they were used for, so I just thought it'd be a good idea to add some sort of mystery to the build. Right guys, and finally finishing off the project with a couple of extra details, I can officially say that this transformation is complete. Now guys, as always, this world will be exclusively available on www.jeracraft.net. Please smash the like button with your toes, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. This is Jeracraft, over and out.